buds, it's Cheshire Wolf, and today we are playing more RB Axolotl. Now, you might know there's been like 3 or more weeks since my last video. That is because my save file for this game, any save file for this game, continually gets corrupted. I don't know why, but they just haven't worked for me. I had to replay it from the start more than once. We're gonna really try. It worked. It wasn't working before. So, fingers crossed this works, because I really do want to play more of this game. I think you all want me to play more of this game too. So, this is exactly where we left off. This is Enk's human backstory, apparently. So, how does it feel being here again? I also don't remember any of my voices for the characters. Sorry about that. The last place, transitional you called it. That was calm, but this, like I said, this is your... this place. My memories, huh? I can feel it. It's on the tip of my tongue. There's no rush. Get comfy. Remembering an entire existence is a very complicated thing. We've started a long process. The rest will come in time if you let it. How can I be happy with just this? I feel like I need to know more. How can I learn more? That enthusiasm is great. But do you want to remember even if it's painful? Do you want to remember even if it's tragic? By not remembering immediately, your essence may be attempting to protect you. If we're not careful, your mind may unravel itself. You may become unstable and insane. Oh, well, that's not good. From all this talk, it sounds like you know me from somewhere before. If so, I hope you didn't forget who I am. I'm already insane. And besides, I need to remember, if only to stop that fucking banging. Banging? Remember, you have no form here. No, dumbass. That banging. That fucking banging in my fucking soul. Okay, so this is, interesting, because this, maybe Enk is the way Enk is because of some sort of weird mental thing going on. Is my microphone on? It is. Good. It sounds like you want to accelerate the process. Before doing that, there's something, a condition of which I think you should know about. Also, if it sounds like I'm underwater, that's in the game. So I apologize for all the white noise right now. Think of it as a guideline rather than a rigid requirement. I told you before that my name was RB, right? I'll be straight to the point then. From this point onwards, until I dismiss you or until the end of time, I am now your master. I am your master, and you are my minion. That is the nature of our relationship henceforth. Well, that's a little, like, who gives you the right to say that he's your minion? Huh? I don't really get what's going on. But now you're saying that I'm some sort of slave? Being a pawn is not a new concept for you. From the moment you entered the tank, you were following my plan. You may be my minion, but I am not an unfair master. Spoken like an unfair master would. All I'm saying is that generally it'd be wise for you to follow any tasks that you may receive from me. Follow my orders willingly, and I can help make your wildest dreams come true. Even the one regarding him. I don't... Would that be about killing Liam? Is that... You mean... I can recall a little bit now. Not of this place, but that stupid tank, that dumbfuck Axie, that miserable pile of garbage, Liam. It is Liam, okay. If whoever you are, rock bottom, or whatever, if you become my master, oh, there he is, I will inevitably betray you. That's just the way anything you just said except for the master and slave part. I hope you don't mind if I make up my own nickname for you, since you like nicknames so much. I don't want to call you RB, and master is too degrading for my tastes. How does bracket boys? Okay, so more fourth wall breaky stuff, because RB always talks in brackets. You know, due to that stupid way you talk. You're free to do as you wish, despite how lame and predictable your name is. Do not make me regret choosing you as one of my special candidates. In order to remember this place, I think it's important that you have a little time alone. If I stay here, you'll keep getting distracted. I can handle whatever bullshit you throw at me, bracket boy. I'll leave you to it then. My time is valuable, and I cannot possibly micromanage every minion scattered across every reality. Which makes me wonder if it's beyond just the, five of them, if there's other tanks, right? For your own sake, as well as the others, I hope your experience here is a fruitful one. Okay, so Enk's just stuck in the dark memories. Damn. He's really gone, huh? Maybe I shouldn't have rocked the boat so much, but oh well. That's just who I am. Either way, it's times like these where a wall to bang into would really come in handy. That always seems to calm me down. Perhaps a soothing mantra is needed in order to cool my nerves before I really take a good look around this room. Okay, deep breath and burn Liam's flesh off. Ah, that does make me feel a little better. But man, that asshole bracket boy calling me lame. You know, he might be right though. If I had to listen to myself, I'd probably go insane or kill myself. But messing around with the lowest common denominator, it's just in my nature. So I guess it's time to face whatever the fuck my past is. Well, what's the worst that could happen? I don't know why, but it's a little scary to explore the rest of this room, or even look slightly upwards. This desk, yeah, it's probably my desk. Alright, time to stop being a weenie. I'm gonna lift my head now, okay? Okay, huh? Is this it? What am I looking at? So this is what I was so afraid of. It's just a goddamn computer monitor. This place isn't bad at all. In fact, it might even be kind of comfy here. Okay. I wonder if I can use it. Maybe. I wonder if this computer still works. Okay, this is weird. I use this thing a lot, I think. I'm trying to press some keys and... Right, no body here. So it's just a disembodied spirit. Oh, hey! That's a human hand. Well, looks like Bracket Boy decided to give me a hand. Are you fucking serious? Just a single hand? Well, I guess that's all I need to use the computer. How do I make this shit move? Move, damn it. There we go. Alright, what do I want to do? I wonder if this computer has any games or movies I can watch. Yeah, that last option. Watching a show sounds nice, sounds calming. Sounds like it would help distract my mind from all this bullshit around me. Now this is a good choice. This is the episode where the scientist asks the drug lords to tell him his name. Is that a Breaking Bad reference? I feel like it is. A classic. If only I had some popcorn. I don't know who this is. Hank, just what are you doing? What? Who the hell is that? Did I give you permission to watch something? What the hell is going on? I can hear a voice behind me, but I can't even turn around. You know who it is, don't you? Yeah? I can smell someone that disgusting from miles away. What do you want from me? Oh, it's Liam. Okay. Oh, what the hell? That was not a normal Liam. Oh, you know, silly old me. Just making sure my best pal Hank is well taken care of. Was that the voice? I don't know. I forget what Liam's voice was. I don't need your fucking help. Just buzz off and let me enjoy my show. That's right, get out of my face. Or else. Such anger. It looks like all these TV shows are rotting your brain. Just let Liam take care of you for now. Yes, that's good. Stop that. Where did my hand go? Oh, that? wondering if Liam and Enk didn't know each other in their previous lives, right? Which is why Enk hates Liam. Maybe Liam was actually really awful in their human life, right? And that's why Enk is so hateful towards him. Hey, where are we going? One thing that always seems to calm you down is food, right? Well, it's time for dinner. That sound, bon appetit. A delicious dinner I prepared for you. What the hell is going on? So Enk killed himself, maybe? It's your favorite meal. Pills, pills, pills. And more pills. Hey, man. Stop. I'm already full, okay? I'm tired of eating these pills day after day. I said stop. Stop shoving them into my mouth. I'm full. I'm full. I'm full. This is like so messed up. Now I remember. I was cooped up with a monster for a very long time. One day I'll escape and take my revenge. See, I knew that Enk was deeper than it seems at first glance, right? There's a reason he hates Liam. Damn it, I need real food. Without it, I'm dead. I need to get rid of you so I can be free. I'll escape from you one day, Liam. I'll get my revenge. Just keep going. Keep dreaming of freedom, of revenge. 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 But one thing I don't know... Oh, revenge. Lots of revenge. I'm wondering if Liam's like an older sibling or if Liam is like a parent. Like, because we don't know how old these people were when they died, right? It's been years now. Years since I've been able to escape. Years since I've been able to take control of my life, whatever the hell that means. But sometimes it's like he's still here. Most of the time, actually. I know that can't be true. They took him away. Liam, he's locked away in a psychiatric ward. I escaped, but he's still there. That's why I got to act sane. So I don't end up there, too. So maybe they were both in the same ward together? I don't know. What the hell is sane about falling asleep at noon and waking up at 3 p.m.? I can't help but feel like my childhood self would be disappointed. Even if my memories of that time are hazy. God damn it. My head hurts. This room is so overwhelmingly hot. I just wanna fucking die. This game is so grim. It's all because of that degenerate shit. There's only one person who's to be held accountable. They took him away, but I never got my revenge. Sometimes I wish he were here, so I could rip his head off. To pass the time, I like to play games on my computer. Games are supposed to be fun. They're now something I do just to endure life, to pass the time until something, another chance, another shitty day before I inevitably kill myself. Oh man, if I was monetized, I'd be worried about playing this game, but hey, good thing I'm not. At this point, I'm a disappointment to just about every person who ever knew me, every teacher, every friend, my parents. There's only one way out of this mess. Actions speak louder than words. If it ends, then I can finally be rid of that asshole Liam forever. One thing I never understood was why. Why did he do this to me? RB, you fucking asshole, answer me. At some point in the haze of the decades, after I've already gotten my so-called freedom from Liam, I make my decision. I climb to the top of the biggest building I can find. I feel strong up here. I climbed through so many years of dirt and mud just to reach this point. Liam can't stop me now, not alone. And if I jump, can it finally be over? But wasn't there a promise or something I had to keep? And of course, he's dead, but he's still not over. He still hasn't freed himself from Liam, because now he's trapped in the afterlife with him. Oh, hey, Rock Bottom. Welcome back. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't curious as to how you're feeling. Perhaps the whole picture was not clear yet. If you're patient, I'm sure it will resolve itself. Why? Why did he ruin my life? He made me the way I am. Made this piece of shit you see today. But why did he do it? Why would he cripple me for life? Let me tell you something. Do you know why you're here with me in transitional, Hank? Most people will never experience any sort of transitional. Have you even the faintest idea? No idea. It's because of that thing you did right at the very end, and the feelings you had when you died. So is this like... Okay. Is this like a purgatory thing where anyone who kills themselves goes to the tank? So, will you let me do something I never got to do in life? Will you let me take revenge on him? Please, whoever you are, God or Satan or RP, please let me go back and kill Leo. It's the only thing I want to do. Then maybe I can rest in peace. Oh my, Hank. That kind of decision making is another great reason to have you in my army. Get ready then. This time, you'll even have a taste of my blessing, of the power I could bestow upon you, should you become my minion permanently. You should feel honored by this virtue of grace I've bestowed upon you. This is your last chance in the tank. Otherwise, I'll have to resort to more drastic measures. Feel free to resolve your deepest, darkest desires when you get back there, and bring back a good story. So you're actually sending him back. I get it. What you're asking from me is just to be myself. Precisely. Follow your instincts. That's not gonna go well. Hey, RB Axolotl! It's like a title screen. Oh, that was the end of Act 1. Act 2, Sickness. I should have just fucking finished that in the last episode. I don't know why I didn't. Could have just pushed on, but I also don't know how many acts there are.
Hiya!
Hiya, hiya, hiya. Welcome to those of you who are returning, and to those of you lucky souls who happen to be new here, welcome all the same. This is the tank. Of course, he's forgotten. And to you, my dear friend, you are about to enter a paradise the likes of which most people can scarcely imagine. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. There's such an excitement floating through the air this morning, isn't there? Let's not be too hasty, though. Tradition must be kept. Before we enjoy the day in earnest, we've got to introduce our guest host this morning. The word backstage is that he may perhaps be the raddest dude in the whole entire wide world. And now, our special guest host for the evening. Oh boy, you folks are in for a treat. That's right, our guest has long been anticipated to be the one, the only, me, Axie the Axolotl. We still discourage the use of flash photography, but if you'd like, I'd be happy to sign anything and everything that my adoring fans would like me to. Ah, heck, forget about it. Go nuts. Flash your photography all over me. Should I just give him like a new Milwaukee accent? I'm in a wonderful mood. You want to know why? It's gonna be so annoying. It's a new day. Can't you even fathom the amount of amazing possibilities that today has? I know I can't. I'm sure today's gonna be a day like no other. Along the way, I'm sure we'll have plenty of wacky adventures. Maybe we'll drive some race cars, dodge some lasers, or even fly in an aeroplane. I wouldn't be surprised if we ran into some of our friends, like Lana, Liam, Mia, or even Ank. Ank. Oh, of course, Ank. Why don't we go and give that grump a good morning? A good morning a day keeps the bad ones away. Oh, God. You're so jiggly. At least that's what axolotls named Ank should always say. Feeling cheery. Feeling like the nightmare in the back of his head was just a nightmare after all. I don't know about that. How is he gonna react when he can't find Ank? Actually swam over to Ank's corner. Ah, bummer. That grumpy old teddy bear ain't even here this morning. He must be practicing somewhere else, though. Practicing what? I love the mood whiplash here. How to bash his own head in. I bet we could help him with that. One way or another, Axie soon found himself at the lab. Hey! If it ain't my favorite dude, the one with the biggest attitude, what sort of experiments is our crazy old egghead up to this morning? Axie. Just what the hell was that yesterday? I didn't think you had it in you to do something so terrible. What do you mean? Is being the coolest dude in the tank for the 100th day in a row suddenly a crime or something? No. Axie, this isn't a game. Talk to me like a normal axolotl. Like a sane axolotl. Problem is, I don't think any of them are sane. You don't expect me to believe that you remember nothing at all, do you? Look. This nightmare isn't fun at all. Can't I just wake up already? And then tomorrow, it'll be a wonderful So we all have obsessions with others, is that right? Then what about you? Me. He's obsessed with the void, right? Your obsessions are my obsession. Your obsessions are my obsessions, Axie, that too. I want to solve the mystery of why this tank exists, and I want to get back home most of all. I don't know what that entails. Not exactly. He's the... I'm sorry, he's the Auspidice. I'm fucking moving on. Heck. Maybe back at home I have my own Lana that I'm in love with. Though I certainly wouldn't act the same way you do. There's one thing in this tank I cannot ignore or repress no matter how hard I try. Does that feeling sound familiar? I dare say that if it came down to it, I'd lose my humanity over an answer in the same way that you did yesterday. I said it! I called it. I said it was the void. A symbol of my ambition. The void merely existing means there's unfinished business in my soul. The void has challenged me to a grand riddle, and my soul is unable to rest until that riddle is solved. That's my obsession, Axie. Say it's ambition. Say it's the void itself. Perhaps in some twisted way they're the same. The tank is built upon obsessions. Can you see that? Just take Neo and his eye as a single example. Neo had no idea how much Axie understood or how much she believed. Okay, so basically, in some way you understand the terror of Lana getting hurt or getting taken away. Then you get it. You're not going to stop seeing her. In the event she never wants to talk to you again, you have to be okay with that decision. If you truly care about her, that's what you'll do. You'll give her space. Friends respect one another. Better yet, you should try respecting yourself. I wasn't kidding yesterday when I suggested you get some new hobbies. But if you can promise me that you'll respect your fellow axolotls from now on, well then, perhaps I can spare you Alcatraz for the moment. I say that as a friend, Axie, but I mean it. Don't do anything to cause me to feel like I need to stop your behavior again. The last time I hesitated, but I won't if anyone else's life is ever on the line. There was an awkward silence. I trust Neo more than any of the others, honestly. Neither axolotl spoke for some time. Anyway, when I saw Lana this morning, she seemed really shook up. The good news for you is that through our conversation, I didn't get the sense that she would stay angry at you forever. The animosity she feels is from the situation which started with Nick harassing Liam. In the end, she very much understood that you were trying to protect her, even if it was through an intemperate way. It's still going to be necessary for you to go over there and apologize, and I guess this is cruel to say, but truthfully, nobody's gonna miss Hank very much. However, even if he was a jerk, he was still one of us, an original member of the tank. I do wish there was some way we could have controlled his rage. Maybe then he could have gotten along with us. After all, well, if you get involved with all the what-ifs, then you'll never truly get to enjoy your life. Spilled milk and all that. Learn from your mistakes and try again. You should get going. I'd rather Lana's there with Liam. I'd reckon. Although he was trying his best to hide it, the awkward atmosphere left Axie in a sour mood. Yet as he moved towards the exit, Neo called him back. Hey, Axie, wait a second, alright? This whole thing, it might not be over after all. Maybe it would be better if you came with me to the void today. I'm sort of nervous as to what might happen. Huh. You're nervous? The egghead with the nerves of steel nervous? There's no way I could miss something like that. Neo was nervous, worried, and incredibly excited. We can't be late, though. Today is potentially a very big day. In his excitement, Neo was shaking ever so slightly. Axie couldn't help but feel the slightest amount of unease in that shake. You hear that sound, don't you? That means there's no time to lose. As they got closer to the void, Axie felt his chest get heavier. It hadn't even been a day since he had relentlessly thrown Hank into the abyss. The wound was still fresh. He felt like he could close his eyes and feel the effects of the madness yet again. Calm as a cucumber. So, just as I thought, today is not going to be a normal day after all. Hey, what are you doing all the way over there? Come on, Axie, don't space out. This is too important. Just in case something unexpected happens. They were shocked, but eventually, Axie could barely hold in his urge to laugh. Everything around them cleared up, and the environment went back to normal in a matter of seconds. This doesn't make any sense. You put in one little scrap of paper, and out comes an entire book. So how come nothing occurs when an entire axolotl gets chucked in? That is a good point. Neo, what are you saying? Is there something about the void that I don't know about? Axie, I was sort of keeping it a secret, but after recent developments, I guess you might as well know a little bit of the truth. As much as I can reasonably tell you, anyway. Early on, I figured out a way to manipulate the void. By putting in various objects, I was able to change what the void produced the next day. Those are some of the objects that you've seen. I like to think of it as sort of like recycling, or better yet, alchemy. That is cool. This is very, very interesting. All my tools and equipment, the books, the sort of stuff you see in my lab. I don't know why certain items that I throw in produce the things that they do. I'm still working out the exact science. Sometimes it feels like the void feeds on my very desire to get a specific item, but that can't be right either. For example, that weird book we found yesterday. That book was not produced by me, but rather someone else. Do you remember it? It was the book on axolotls? Everything. My discovery of the Ryokosho, the world's oldest and deadliest civilization, written by Dr. Yap. I don't remember if that showed up before or not. I don't remember. I've been looking over that book, and it's like a strange one indeed. It's a book about the occult. I've only skimmed it so far, but it's very interesting. It's about a professor, one who teaches college, and his findings on a deadly civilization he's been studying. That word, Ryokosho, something about it bothers me. Nothing I put in the previous day had to do with occultism. I was kind of hoping you, or perhaps Lana, had more information. It seems like I'm the only one who's been contacted. I doubt it's your kind of thing, Axie, but maybe you can read it with me sometime and tell me your thoughts. There's definitely a rhyme and reason that dictates how the void works. At least there is some of the time. For example, if I put in the word doorknob and did my best drawing of a doorknob, then out came a doorknob. Sometimes the way the void works is just that simple. On our 8th day alive in the tank, though, well, I may have went a little overboard using the void's power. I drew pictures of cement, antennas, metal, and other woodworking supplies and ideas I had in one of the first books we got. The next day, the hall, it was massive. There were enough materials to build an entire lab. Heck, I thought there were enough materials to last us hundreds of years. I think you can guess what I spent the next week to make the lab, of course. This lab was built with my own 2 hands, and I'm honestly quite proud of it. The void is probably stranger than you think, probably stronger too. It'll react to the things I put in sometimes, but then there are other times where, this might sound crazy, the void seems to be giving me a message. I still don't trust it, but I'll keep pushing the boundaries of what I can do as long as it seems safe. But to think, a whole axolotl went in and nothing came out at all. Yeah, that is weird. He swims around quickly, checking several different angles. All evidence of anything strange was gone. I guess this makes a lick of sense. After all, my flesh didn't produce anything when I burned myself both times. The flesh from Liam's body didn't produce anything either. I have yet to test yours or Lana's, though. Been a little busy. Man, you heard those strange sounds before, didn't you? I swear it felt like something was about to happen. Actually, I had no idea what to think. Dunno. What was Neo expecting? In a lot of ways, Axie was happy that nothing came out. All this talk about the void made him uneasy. Well, looks like I'm back to square zero or thereabouts. I guess we can't say anything definitive until a few more days pass. What if whatever was about to happen is just delayed? This just proves that the void has limits as well. I'm sure the void will let out another items later today. It's about that time. Until then, this data absolutely needs recording. I'll have to request that you leave me for now so I can get some work done, Axie. But good luck with Lana. I hope for the well-being horses. Why wouldn't he? Still, as he got closer to Liam's rock, the place where Lana was likely to be, the butterflies in his tummy started churning. Seeing Lana should be a fun experience. But what if she never forgives me? I don't know if I can handle that. Deep down, I know that we're meant to be best friends forever, together. I don't like his obsession with her. I don't think it's going to turn out well at all. Axie floated yards away from the rock for quite some time, attempting to work up the courage to go see her. When he finally started swimming, it was well past the time of day when he'd normally be heading back to his own corner. I feel like out of everyone, we know the least about Lana. Like, all we know about her is that she cares about Liam and Axie's obsessed with her, but we don't really even have a good handle on, like, her personality. As expected, Lana was there with Liam, who was uncomfortably huddled against the furthest bit of his stone. When Axie showed up, Lana looked over to him and put 2 fingers in front of her mouth, whispering a shh sound. She led him outside to talk, but kept a notable distance away. I don't want to risk waking him up. He hasn't gotten any rest for ages. The night, last night, it was awful. A night from hell. Panic attacks, freakouts, struggle to hiccup like breathing. Liam had to deal with all of that and more. And so right now, we can't take any risks of disturbing him, you know? Yeah, I understand, Lana. I'll try my utmost to keep it down. Yup. Axie couldn't help but notice Lana's drooping eyelids. He assumed all the accumulated stress the last few days must have started taking its toll on her. Right now, I just hope he feels better and soon. You haven't seen Neo today, have you, Axie? He's supposed to come over soon to discuss possible options. Yeah, actually, I just saw the egghead not too long ago. There's something weird going on with the void, so he might be a little wild. Lana gave an impatient sigh. So, Lana, are you... How's the noggin doing? After yesterday? Oh, that. Yeah, my head is doing just fine. I had a cut, but I guess it healed sometime during the night. I feel like axolotls do heal really quickly. Maybe I'm making that up. That sounds right. Neo did go on a bit about how good our bodies should be at repairing themselves. One of the perks of... Hey! Which then makes Liam's situation with his illness that much odder. Why isn't he able to heal from his pain? Well, cuts and, diseases are different, or if it is a disease. Lana, there's something I just want to say. Hey, I'm really sorry about slamming you. But I know that you were just trying to help out Liam and I. So don't worry about it, okay? I'm sorry. All of a sudden, Axie was bawling his eyes out. I'm sorry, etc. Stop. Nobody wants to hear someone say sorry. Very true. And just why are you apologizing to me anyway? The main person you should be searching for answers for is yourself. Don't worry about me. Like I said, I know you were just trying to help us. I know you well enough from our time together. I know that you're silly and you've got a big heart, Axie. I think that's part of your charm. Your unwavering determination for silliness. And about what happened. Neo explained it to me well, but if you hadn't done what you did yesterday, well, someone else's hands might have gotten dirty. Or something might have happened to me, or even poor Liam. When you think about it, this whole thing is just an honest-to-God mess. But messes will happen in life. Still, it may take some time for us to come to terms with it all. But I want to confirm to you that if you're really worried about what I think about you, then don't. I know that from the way you've acted before, that you're a big, sweet Axie deep. Well, aw, isn't that just sweet? Or is it? Do you mind if I hug you? Axie's question came out of nowhere. Lana looked startled for a moment. She looked a little uncomfortable, but eventually nodded. Yeah. Alright, Axie? Lana. See, she's like uncomfortable with the whole thing. And I don't know. Can you come over here? Any further away and I lose immediate sight of the void. Hug blocked. Neo is a fair distance away, facing another direction. Hey, Egghead, what do you call us over for? I'm keeping an eye on the void, just in case anything happens. I'm going to need to talk with Liam one-on-one. I don't claim to be a physician, but I do feel like there's some sort of medical knowledge cemented into his brain. From what I gather, there's a whole slew of things it could be, or even a combination of several. Anyway, so here's what I'd like us to do. Yeah? Oh my god, I'm sleepy. Of all Axie. The trip to Neo's lab was not fun. I had quite a few incidents on the way there. Axie and Lana had both been worried that Liam wouldn't be able to complete the journey. Heave-ho! Look, buddy, we made it! Liam seemed to be in his own world, unresponsive to any encouragement. Ah, morning. A seaweed mask, huh? Not a bad idea. Liam has enough problems dealing with stimulation as it is. The first time we tried to swim him over here was a disaster, so we put this on to calm him down. Great thinking, you guys. Is this the first time they've all been together here? Aside from Hank, obviously. It was all Lana. She made it overnight. I'm so proud of her. Anyway, are you sure you don't want us to be here for this? Not for now. I think it would be best to talk to Liam on my own. Alright, Liam. Me and Axie will be waiting right outside if you need anything. Sound good? Alright. We made it all the way here, so I'll be fine. Good, I know how nervous you are. Remember, Neo is here to help. I'll be checking on the void on my own periodically, but could you guys keep watch as well? If that's my mission, then I'll gladly accept it. Let me know if anything looks off, even something minor. So, Liam, the first thing I want you to do is take a deep breath. It's gonna be okay. Like taking in a breath would help. I'm really sorry you feel that way. Why don't you just tell me what's going on exactly? What sensations are you feeling right now? What sort of pain? It's hard to summarize exactly. There's a lot of things going on. My throat hurts. I feel like I'm choking all the time. My stomach is bloated to the point where it feels like I might explode. My brain hurts. Or maybe my brain isn't working correctly. Thinking, concentrating, it's hard. And most of all, I just can't stop shaking. I don't know, it's hard to explain if you're not in this whirlwind. But it feels like I might just be broken, on the verge of an explosion. It's very, very accurate to like chronic pain stuff. It's very well written. Let's talk about the pain for a second. The acute pain. How much does it hurt? Let's say, for example, on a scale of 1 to 10. Liam took off his mask and squinted. He was not used to the bright light, and while it threatened to send him into a stupor, he used all of his willpower to adjust. On a scale of 1 to 10, yes. 10 being the most pain, 1 being complete normal. Why that scale? Why out of 10? Fine, I'll answer you. A lot, okay? A lot of pain. Alright. In some way, Liam seemed angry. What would you say hurts the most? It sounds like whatever is happening to you is affecting multiple areas, right? Liam hiccuped. Probably my brain. If I could just get some legitimate rest and think straight, then all of the other pain would be manageable. There's no greater agony than your mind slipping away. Maybe then I can even handle the gaze on me. Yeah, the eye. Maybe then I can stand up to the eye. Now that you mention it, I'd like to talk a little more about this eye. gaze is fixed clearly upon us, and sometimes it feels like, there it is. Like maybe the eye has gotten even bigger than before. Lately I've been feeling that maybe there are a lot of eyes staring at us all at once. Bloodthirsty, hungry eyes, feeding on my pain like a pack of wild animals. But Neo, understand this. The eyes aren't the cause of the pain I'm experiencing, but they're making me rattled, you know? I wish the gaze would just go the hell away. And I'm worried about them hurting all of you guys. So either okay, I'm thinking, oh my god, this game is a lot to think about, but I'm thinking either the eye is RB or the eye is us playing the game and like a meta thing, because our eyes are literally on this game, right? Never for a second have I thought that the eye is good news. I see. Truthfully, Neo wondered what to focus on. Would it be better to focus on the mental symptoms, such as the eye, or the physical symptoms, such as the stabbing stomach pain or the inflammatory throat pain? Neo, before you say it, I know I'm crazy. My mind and the last few coherent thoughts I have, well, they're hanging by a thread. But can we not talk about the eye anymore? I'd like to focus on my head or my stomach, anything that's tangible, anything that will help me get better so I can combat the eye. Sure, let's focus on something physical. Dang it. How am I supposed to beat the eye when I can't even keep my balance? Sorry. Liam was now having a hard time floating upright. From what I hear from Lana, it sounds like you might have a hard time resting. Rest is necessary for all organisms, Liam. Regular fish don't have eyelids, but they're still asleep. Me and Axie can get away with some pseudo-sleep, a couple of hours of calm per day, but maybe you're different. Everyone's body works differently. The mitochondria is what gives our bodies energy. The neurotransmitters which affect our mood, our separate experiences, traumas, and fears. Any little thing could set our body chemistry off, in theory. That's true. Maybe you can slowly work your way up to swimming more fluently after you get some real rest. Resting is all I do, all day. If that were the case... point taken. You said your stomach is bloated and aching, right? Do you mind if I touch it? Go ahead. Pat the tummy. And once Neo could feel how hard his stomach was to the touch. Oh, that's not good. When he put his hands on the left side of Liam's belly, he could feel it popping with his breathing. Neo had never examined an axolotl aside from himself, so he didn't know if that was normal or not. Liam's only reaction to the touch was a violent hiccup. This is a shot in the dark, but have you ever thought about eating? I know there's no food in that tank, but do you remember sticking anything in your mouth? Ever? No, but I should, right? Eating sounds like it might be good for you. I would say so. Not in the tank. None of us eat. It's just odd that you'd be experiencing gut issues without anything in your belly. Distensions in the belly, from my understanding, can come from a couple of things. But of those things, like bacterial overgrowth, infections, organ failure, bowel diseases, I wouldn't personally know how to deal with them. I'm not even sure the tank runs on the nitrogen cycle, which is the cycle normal aquatic creatures use to survive. Oh, I see. Unfortunately, when it comes to actual treatment, the tank isn't set up like a hospital or pharmacy. What you just said makes sense, though, Neo. I need something to help. Some medicine. Yeah, if only. What if they got one from the void? What if they got something from the void? So what is the point of this? Of us meeting? What do you mean? I'm here to help you. How? Diagnosing me does no good if you can't treat me. Ugh, that's true. You don't know how scary it was to swim over here. And now I've got to swim all the way back. Neo knew what Liam said was true. And he suddenly felt very guilty about asking Liam to swim over here for his own selfish reasons. He had to make it up to him, but he had no idea how. They needed to make do somehow. There had to be something he could try, even if that something was a long shot. If the void wasn't on the fritz, Neo would have tried... Oh, manipulating and spitting out. Okay, because it's not working right now, so... He moved towards the exit to check on the void, but all he saw were the shapes of Lana and Axie. I'm so tired. Either give something to help me, or let me go home to die. I know a couple of things about science, but I doubt I was even a chemistry teacher in my past life. I wish I knew how to cook you up some drugs to get you out of pain. That last sentence triggered something in his mind. Maybe, just maybe, Before the lab was constructed, there were already a few things in the center of the tank near the void. One of them was this. Oh. Is that another Breaking Bad thing? What was that? The words in the cover of the magazine said TV Guide. Next to that, there was a picture of a man wearing a yellow jumpsuit and red gloves. He had a wrinkled, serious expression. This is gonna sound so silly. Liam hiccuped. He didn't know how much more of this he could take. Here, Liam, take this. He ripped off the clear baggie that was taped to the TV Guide magazine. He held out the bag to Liam. It said promotional snack on the wrapper. Is this like fake, like candy meth? Oh my god, it's so weird. Go along with me on this, Liam. I'd like for you to swallow one of these. Swallow? Is it safe? I hope so. Truthfully, I can't say for sure. Liam didn't like the sound of that at all. Sorry. I just meant it shouldn't hurt. It should theoretically be edible. It's supposed to be some sort of promotional candy. I don't know if it'll do anything for you, though. It might be the only thing edible here, so even if it's not particularly healthy or nutritious, it might be worth a try. They could cannibalize. They heal, they can regrow limbs, right? Okay, you're right, not much to lose. How many do I take? We could start off with one, or even half of one. If you feel anything positive, one in the morning and one in the evening is what I'd like for us to aim for. To stimulate a regular feeding cycle. Okay, and you're sure I'm not going to die? I mean, it's like, at this point, even if it's risky, you're only going to die anyway if you do nothing. Neo looked whitely pale at that question. He had no idea how this would affect Liam's already compromised systems. Would you like to stay here for the night, Liam? That way I can observe you in the void and see how you do in the medicine. No. I don't feel comfortable unless I'm near my rock. Oh. Well, that's unfortunate. Let's call the others back and let them know what we're going to try. Neo ran outside. Alright. While he was gone, Liam lost himself inside of a haze. And so I want to try to give him some calories. Maybe Liam is different than all of us. Feed him when he gets back to his rock. Just a tiny piece. And let me know what happens. Truthfully, it's a little risky. What are we gonna do? I'll be by his side all night again. I'll let you know. I'll come swimming to you just in case something happens to him. Just in case something happens to him. Just in case something happens to him. Just in case... Did she just die? Or did he just fall unconscious? I have been reporting for an hour, so I think I'm going to pause here. We'll see what happened to Liam next time. I hope you're still enjoying the series. It's not really gameplay, it's just a story, but it is a very good story. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to watch me play the series from the beginning, link in the description for that. Until next time, why don't you watch Breaking Bad? I've never watched Breaking Bad. Maybe I should watch Breaking Bad. See you next time.